What's up, everybody? Welcome to Source Grind. My name's Tyler Wargo.
And I'm Mickey Perella.
And this is episode 6. Today, we actually don't have that much to talk about because I know a lot is happening in America right now, currently, and we'd like to talk about that. Plus, we would like to talk about the MLB scores because I know MLB was still going on. It just wasn't the NBA, and I know some MLB games canceled their games, but not all of them.
Yes, 7 MLB games got canceled yesterday.
Yeah, so without further ado, the Padres and Mariners played a doubleheader in San Diego, and Game 1 was wild.
It was wild.
And the Mariners had a lead going to the bottom of the 7th, with the Padres scored 7 unanswered runs. That was capped off with Will Myers' 3-1 walk-off homer. Will Myers is still a great player.
He really is.
Day, so.
He really is. He's had a couple of struggling seasons the last couple of years, but this year, with a more improved lineup around him, he's showing the world why he's still a very productive player.
And I'm very proud of Will Myers because I remember he's been with the Padres for a while, so
he has
that chemistry that he has with the team.
Exactly.
And he helps the Padres get to big dubs. So
yeah.
Manny Machado also had a big game as well as he hit his first career Grand Slam, which that was kind of crazy. It's kind of surprising how Manny Machado hit his first career Grand Slam, because I feel like he has done it before, because Manny Machado is a good player.
Yeah, he really is. Very talented.
So, and he had 2 home runs and 4 RBIs, so they went off.
They did. The Padres went off. The game.
And the final score was 10-7. So I'm not gonna lie, the Mariners did score on the Padres.
They did.
It was a 3-point difference.
Yes, exactly. But the
still,
bullpen failed them today.
Exactly. But the Padres they're a good team. So what can you do about that? You know what I mean? Like, also in Game 2, the Mariners took the W, and the Mariners scored 6 runs in the first inning and never looked back as the Mariners won 8-3. Jose Marmelos had a big hit for the M's, and he had his first career Grand Slam as Yusi Kikuchi got his first win of the season as well. Another doubleheader as the Pirates played the Cardinals in St. Louis, pitching duel in Game 1 as it was Kwang Hyun Kim of the Cardinals versus Chad Kuhl, and he pitched 6 innings, 1 run performance. The game went to extras, and the Pirates ended up winning the game 4-1 as Cole Tucker gave the Pirates a lead, which they never let go of.
Exactly.
So they did pretty well right there.
The Pirates had a very good game, Game 1. It was a very good pitching duel between Kwang Hyun Kim and Chad Kuhl. It was a very good matchup. Just the Pirates got the win at the end. That's
the Pirates are not that bad of a team.
Yeah, they've been struggling so far.
Oh no, I remember. I did watch 3 days ago. I saw the Pirates play the White Sox. Yeah. Oh man, bottom of the second inning, White Sox are up 40-0. Right? So I go to leave because it was commercial break. I come back and I'm like, wait, the Pirates already won? Because they already just struck out and they already ended the side. Now it's the White Sox end. So I was like, oh my god, the Pirates are not doing good.
They're not. They actually got no hit by Lucas Giolito the other day.
You know, but I think the Pirates can definitely get their strength back up.
Definitely. It's going to be next year. Yeah. Not this year.
Not this year.
This year's a lost year for them.
This year, there's a lot of teams that are proving themselves way faster than the Pirates are. So,
yeah. Without
further ado, also in Game 2, Pirates also shut out the Cardinals 2-0 as Cody Ponce, first league big start. He pitched 5 and 2/3 scoreless innings and gave the team a W in his first career win. So good job to
Cody
Ponce. And the Pirates bullpen also finished the job as they swept the doubleheader. So good job to the Pirates, but would they be able to keep that up?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I think it was just like one of those days where you have a good day and it kind of goes through.
Exactly.
I really don't think the Pirates
are really
that great of a
same with the Cardinals.
Team.
I don't think maybe it wasn't the Cardinals' day, but it's definitely. I think the Cardinals are going to redeem themselves and be better than the Pirates.
Definitely. They're a very consistent baseball
team. They are very consistent, so I like that. And the third doubleheader between the Dodgers and Giants, which I did see, in Game 1, it was all about Clayton Kershaw, my boy. The A's spun 6 scoreless innings, backed the hot Dodgers offense by getting his team a dub as the Dodgers shut out the Giants 7-0. So Kershaw is doing well yet again. He's like, this is not new for Kershaw. He's really good.
No,
he's
great. This is in the day of the life of Clayton Kershaw. Go out there and spun gems, and it's the day in the life of the Dodgers. Perform well in the playoff, in the regular season.
I like seeing that, and I like to see how they would do once the playoffs do come.
And the Dodgers right now have the best record in the National League.
Yes.
Keep an eye on that.
And I can't wait to see that.
Definitely the favorites for the World Series.
What I do hate is that I know I see this every year with the Dodgers. They always make it to like towards the end of the playoffs and they just get out.
We'll see.
And it's upsetting. I hate seeing it. But yeah, like I said,
they've got a good team.
They do have a good team.
Their offense is legit this year.
This past year, they do have a stacked team.
They do.
I will give you that.
They have Mookie Betts, Cody Bellinger.
I definitely think they're gonna make it far in the playoffs, if not World Series.
Justin Turner, man.
Exactly.
They're
Justin Turner's a great guy. I think he looks better on the Dodgers than the Mets.
Hey, come on, man. Don't make me feel. Come on.
But don't forget, the Mets also are a good team too.
Yeah.
They don't need any of those players. You know what I mean? Like they're good now. They have Cespedes.
Yeah.
Anyway, in Game 2, it was a very low-scoring game, but in the end, Jock Peterson hit a home run and gave the Dodgers a lead. Which they would never give up. The Dodgers also pitched their bullpen and shut out the Giants yet again. So good job for the LA Dodgers. As the Dodgers also picked it up for the second time, sweeping the doubleheader. So they have the Dodgers winning all those games. So I'm very proud of the Dodgers for that. Also, last team that also played, we had the Reds and the Brewers. Played the last doubleheader of the day, and Game 1 was exciting. The Reds got 5 scoreless innings from Sonny Gray and Nick Colistenos. And J.C. Winter had huge nights on the offensive end. Each went 3 for 3, and Winker hit 2 homers. So that was his night that night.
Also, Castellanos had a good night too.
He also had a good night too as well. The final score was 6-1 against the Reds. So good job by the Brewers. They did pretty well.
Yeah, they did pretty well for losing. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But the Reds are a very interesting team. They go on hot streaks, they go on low streaks. This is a hot streak for them. Nick Castellanos and Jesse Winker have been their best 2 hitters all season for the Reds, and Sonny Gray has been pitching well ever since landing in Cincinnati. Yeah,
I think the Reds definitely have they have a big shot on the playoffs. They're looking really nice right now. If they do have their off game, they're gonna strike back and be the team that they want to be.
Definitely.
With the chemistry that they have, and I definitely agree with that and everything. So in Game 2, the Reds offense kept humming as they scored 6 runs to continue their offense firepower. So
definitely,
the Reds are just gonna keep winning, I guess.
Yeah, they're on a roll right now offensively.
And Wade Miley pitched 4 scoreless innings as the bullpen did the rest. They sweep the doubleheader 6-0. So there was a lot of games that swept.
Definitely.
Teams, and those teams with the score, like for example 7-0 with the Dodgers, Giants, they had the 7-0 win, and then we got the Reds 7-0 win. Those are the teams that are gonna make a difference in the playoffs. Those are the teams that are gonna make the matchups great to see. Like for example, Dodgers Reds, both teams that swept doubleheaders. That would be a great game to see. So.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's really about it. There's a lot of games that got postponed because of what happened. We would like to point that out there, and I don't think that's a bad thing for them to do. I think it's a great thing to do.
I think it's a great thing
spread awareness and everything that's happening in this country that people like us don't agree with. And I know people don't really like seeing that, especially the NBA. Because I know a lot of
everywhere, just all sports in general.
Sports. But I know the NBA, they've been physically doing things with their teams to spread awareness.
Definitely.
And I really like that.
The more awareness is being spread, the better it's going to be for the rest of the country.
Exactly, and I like seeing that, and I honestly hope sports returns, especially with the NBA. I know with the NBA, because I know the NBA, they actually have been talking about postponing the playoffs because of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that.
I did.
But they are thinking about postponing the playoffs, and yes, it's sad, but I also think it's the right thing to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is sad, but we're just gonna have to wait and see.
But we do have baseball. We can't forget about. There's a lot happening in baseball. Go Dodgers! I like seeing the Dodgers succeed. I remember I saw the Mets they also did a standout at Citi Field, and I really liked that. So overall, I like seeing it, but I also don't like seeing it.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of hot teams that are coming up around this year.
You got
so now I'll
Reds,
explain a couple of the teams that are really hot. So let's talk about the American League East. Right now, the hot team is the Tampa Bay Rays. They were destroying the Yankees last week, and they are still surging. Their offense has been hot. They're making trades like the Rays usually do. Not a lot of money to spend, and they still find a way to win baseball games. Blake Snell has been pitching pretty well for them. Tyler Glasnow had a 13 strikeout performance for them, and they seem to be a very, very pain in the neck for the New York Yankees as they're struggling with injuries. Will the Yankees figure it out? Probably. They have a good enough roster to make the playoffs. But in the end, will they beat the Rays? And that is the question for them.
And honestly, I think that's going to be a tough matchup because I know the Rays are a great team.
Definitely.
So you never know.
So now let's go over to the Minnesota Twins in the American League Central. They're hitting homers like they always do. The ageless Nelson Cruz at 39 years old is hitting bombs left and right. He just continues to be a problem for teams. But the question for Nelson Cruz and the Twins offense is, can they beat anybody?
Can they keep
in the
it
playoffs?
up?
Exactly. They do well in the regular season, and then they completely stop in the playoffs. But they have some pitching this year. Rookie Randy Dobnik, former Uber driver, is coming out of nowhere, and he's pitching well. He was an Uber driver. No one even heard of him. He came out of nowhere, and now he's spinning gems. And also, they also traded for Kenta Maeda last offseason from the Dodgers, and he seems to be a very good for their starting pitching. Very good for the Twins if they can get their pitching going. They could, in fact, be good in the playoffs, but we just have to wait and see.
We're going to have to wait and see. There's a lot of teams that are redeeming themselves, and there's a lot of teams that are falling down. Like the Pirates are falling down.
Yeah,
but we also have the Reds, or we have the Rays that are going up in the division, and we like seeing that with those teams. And it would be really cool to see the playoffs this year with all those teams going at it.
Definitely.
And who knows, maybe some days they'll have their off days in the playoffs, but you never know. Like, that's what I like to say. Like, you never know. There can always be, like, for example, Nelson Cruz. He can always help. He can always help his
Minnesota,
team.
yeah.
Exactly. He can always, like, do well for the Twins, and he could get the Twins out. But he can have a bad day and let the Twins fall for a game.
Right.
But it's not just Nelson Cruz. It's also the whole team that you got to think of.
They just got to perform.
So it's all about the performance, and it's all about the consistent wins that they are getting and the consistent losses that they are getting.
Exactly.
Which will definitely have a big aspect and part of the playoffs this year. So we can't wait to see that.
All right, last two teams we're going to talk about. We've already kind of mentioned the Dodgers a little bit. Their offense and their team has just been absolutely rolling. You know about Clayton Kershaw. He's pitching well. And for the hitters, you got Bellinger, Betts, Pollock, Turner, Gavin Lux, Enrique Hernandez, Max Muncy. They just keep hitting and winning. They are the favorite in the National League. But a surprising team this year has been the San Diego Padres. As we mentioned last week,
Will Myers is doing amazing with his team.
Exactly, but not just Will Myers. It's Manny Machado. It's Fernando Tatis Jr., like we mentioned last week. It's Jake Cronenworth, the leading for the Rookie of the Year. And you also got Trent Grisham, who was traded from the Brewers over to the Padres. And their pitching is doing well as well. With Nelson Lamet and Zach Davies and Chris Paddock. They just seem to be a very, very dangerous team, and this is the best Padres team that I've ever seen in my lifetime.
Yeah, so far they're doing really well, because I know years back they had their slump, and then this year they come back. Well, this year they have Manny Machado. They have good chemistry on their team. So with the chemistry, it's helping them out a lot with getting the dubs that they need, especially Manny Machado hitting a grand slam and Will Myers getting a bunch of RBIs and homers.
Yeah.
It's like, what can you expect? Like,
exactly.
What do you want for your team? That's the best the Padres can get, and they can get even better, especially in the playoffs. They can get even better.
And at the trade deadline, they can add some pieces.
They can add some players. Yeah, exactly. And I can't wait to see that too. So
definitely, I'm excited.
The last team that you would like to point out?
The last team I'd like to point out is just not really necessarily a team, just the National League East. The National League East has been very, very odd. Everyone expected them to be the best division in baseball because they had a bunch of competitive teams. The Braves, the Mets, the Phillies, and the reigning World Series champion, the Nationals, were all expected to play well. But all of them have had extremely difficult time.
The Phillies are also doing a good job too.
They are, but they're slightly underperforming.
Exactly. I feel like the Phillies, they rely on Harper, I feel like.
They do.
Most of their points come from Harper.
Exactly.
So it's like you need to have an all-around good team, good chemistry. You can't just be like, all right, if he hits a homer, he's like, that's the only thing that we're gonna focus on.
Definitely.
Do well, Harper, and that's all we want from you. We want you to steal bases. We want you to get RBIs. That's all we want you to do. Get people on base. That's it. But then other people is gonna be like, just get on base and let Harper drive you in.
Yeah, definitely.
It's kind of like that with the Phillies right now, but. You know, I mean, at least they're getting wins every now and then, but they're not the best.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
We're just going to have to see how the rest of the regular season plays out.
Exactly. We're going to have to wait. I'm hyped for the playoffs, and we'll also find out if the NBA will come back, which I hope.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's still under determination right now.
Yeah.
They're still talking about that, but overall, so far, we're going to be talking about baseball every week. So, yeah. That's really about it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the show.
Yeah.
And I'm hyped to see what will happen next, especially with the Dodgers or Reds. I'm hyped to see the playoffs. And yeah, without further ado, that's Tyler Wargo.
I'm Mickey Perella.
And thank you guys for watching the Sports Gun. Bye.